Adding a crash with a brilliant finish can add a new sound, a new dimension to your kit. But which of those crashes has the sound that you're really looking for? Let's take a look at 3 high-end crashes from Zildjian, all with some sort of brilliant finish. We've got the A Custom Medium, the Z Custom, and the K Custom Hybrid. Let's start with the A Custom. This cymbal is bright with very few overtones. It's got great sustain, great stick definition, and has the standard A series uniform hammering. It's important to note that this is the medium version of the A Custom. Zildjian currently has 4 different weights on the A Custom, and this is the heaviest of them. As the weight decreases, you'll typically find that the pitch goes down and that the sustain and stick definition are also slightly reduced. The crashes for those 4 weights are also not available in all sizes. The mediums, as of when I'm recording this, are only available in 16 and 18-inch diameters. But the one I actually have here is a 17-inch. And that's because from year to year, Zildjian may change which sizes are available in those various lines. So if you were hoping to get one of these crashes in a particular size and you can't find it, check the used market. Next up is the Z Custom. This should be thought of as being a reimagination of the original Z Customs that were popular in the 1990s. They should be thought of as being very bright and very loud. Other aspects will be similar to the A Custom we looked at. Good stick definition, sustain, and a low amount of overtones. You can see the hammering is also different between the two. Instead of having a lot of uniform hammering going on, it's got this star-shaped hammering and it's a lot more spread out than what you see on the A Custom. Unlike the original Z Customs, which were much heavier, the new ones are only considered to be a medium. In fact, this Z Custom is about 150 grams lighter than the A Custom Medium that we looked at. Last but not least is the K Custom Hybrid. Now they say hybrid because, as you can see, there are 2 different finishes going on. The outer part of the cymbal is a traditional finish, and then starting in the middle all the way up through the bell is a brilliant finish. And that's not just for aesthetic purposes. That should have a big impact on the sound. It should be more of like a cross between what you would see from the two. So this should have less stick definition and a lot more overtones compared to the Z Custom and the A Custom. As you can hear, the pitch is a lot lower on the hybrid compared to the other two. That's because it's only a thin. Despite that, it still gets a good amount of volume. Zildjian claims that's due to the bell being unlathed. A quick note on the recording setup before we get to the comparisons. I'm using a pair of Earthwork overheads. These are omnidirectional, running into an A design Specifica preamp. Once in the computer, no EQ, no compression, just some time and phase correction, but my other tracks will have additional processing. So my first impressions, I felt that the A custom and the Z custom had a lot of similarities, but there were a couple of key differences. The A custom was smoother sounding, glassier. I felt that it would do a bit better crossing multiple genres compared to the Z custom. The Z custom had a lot more stick definition. When you hit it, it had a hard hit. It sounded aggressive hitting it. So it's definitely a lot more specialized. If you're playing metal, this does metal really well. But if you wanted to play multiple genres, then this crash may not translate well across those different styles. The K Custom Hybrid, of course, has a much softer sound, especially on the traditional part of the cymbal. But when you play on the Brilliant side, it gets a bit harder again. So in that regard, that crash becomes a bit more versatile. If you were playing a lot on the top, you could get two very distinct sounds out of it. I also felt the A Custom and the Z Custom had very fast attacks. So when you hit them, they immediately peak in volume. The K Custom Hybrid takes a good half a second. You can definitely hear it approaching that louder volume. So you hit it and it's like, shh, shh. Whereas these two have that loud hit immediately. If you're looking for something a bit warmer, then you may want to consider a crash from one of Zildjian's dark lines. And you can find a comparison of those crashes right over here or in the description below. Until next time, peace.